Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be talking about the trial in Manhattan. Just this morning, Tuesday, April 16th, Manhattan DA prosecutors filed a motion to hold Trump in contempt of court and thereby threatens him with 30 days jail time. The motions also ask for imposing $1,000 for each of his gag order violations or the 30 days in jail. Which do you think Judge Merchan is going to do? The fee or the jail?
I don't know. Maybe both.
Well, it didn't say and or. It said or.
I know, but you know, this whole thing is just a slam against the former president. So I'm going to say probably jail time.
I think we're unanimous here, cousin.
Get him off the campaign trail.
Get him off the campaign trail. You know? So you let us know in the comments, please. Trump already singled out the judge's daughter for profiting from the case. How would that work? If he went to jail, would Secret Service be in the cell with him? I mean, they've got to protect him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. This is a whole nother unprecedented, right? Uncharted waters here. So
would Trump be in the general population, or would he be in isolation? That's cruel and unusual. Well, he can talk to the Secret Service, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this might be a whole nother deal where they'd have to work this out in court, where he's going to go. Who knows? This would make a great movie someday, I guess, if you like movies.
Well, do you think he's pro law? Do you think the NYPD would help to keep him safe in that jail? I mean, he just went to a funeral of one of the officers that were slain.
And I think they're pro-Trump, right? For the most part. I mean, there's probably a few that aren't, but for the most part, he's pro-law enforcement.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But this judge in this particular case and the DA in this particular case, our friend Mr. Bragg, right? Isn't that the guy?
Yes, Bragg.
He's
Bragg.
He's a special guy. These guys are both pretty special, so they're definitely not pro-Trump. And they made it a statement that, I think he said that this is not a politically motivated action. And I would say that that's considered. Can the DA and the judge perjure themselves in court? Or is it just the defendant?
Yeah, no, they could. They're officers of the court, so they're held to a higher standard.
Yeah, so they're not allowed to perjure themselves, right?
Yeah, but now you have to prove that what they said was a lie. That's hard to prove that.
I guess.
What do you think it would embolden Trump's base and swing the center towards Trump?
I think that's pretty much been the way it has been since the beginning of this whole debacle, right? I mean, his numbers have gone up. He's raking in lots and lots of dough for the campaign, and I think it's an eye-opening thing. I don't know. Maybe these guys are secretly doing this because they're on our side.
What, the DA?
Maybe so. Maybe this is their way of
you stumped the chump on that one.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a way of them stirring up the pot, and I don't know. Maybe good skit for SNL. I don't know.
My sources from the courtroom have told me today that the judge has reprimanded Trump he had an outburst before he went into court, and he was railing on the judge. And
I guess he was making some comments and some making his little Trumpisms towards one of the potential jurors, I guess, or something.
Did I say spy or source?
Source.
Yeah,
spy,
definitely. Not a spy. That source. This is an unprecedented, dangerous game. It really is, because now they can start doing it back and forth. Do it to anyone they want. Lawfare, election interference.
Yeah, who's to say they don't do it to maybe the next governor of New York that's a Republican or conservative? I mean, they can do it to anybody, right? Anywhere.
We know that some of you anti-Trump people are giddily soaking this up, but like the nuclear deals in the Senate, the nuclear options, it can backfire on Democrats so easily when they escalate it.
Just change the players for just for a scenario and see how you like it. I mean,
what comes around goes around. That's how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So the motion states that Trump's recent social media posts plainly violate the order because they target known witnesses concerning their participation in the criminal proceeding. This is a quote right from the order, or from the request. And defendants' actions are knowing and willful. Here's what Trump posted on social media. This is what he said. Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels are two sleazebags who have, with their lies and misrepresentations, cost our country dearly. That's what he said. Okay. Is this harmless? Probably. I don't think people are going to go out and attack these two. Was it a perfect statement? Was it perfect?
Well, perfect, or was it truthful?
I mean,
I'd rather go with truthful than perfect.
You guys let us know. Let us know in the comments. I think we can anticipate what we're going to hear. So the first day of jury selection started yesterday, the 15th. DA Bragg affirmed to potential jurors that the case has nothing to do with your politics. And, you know, Democrats use projection about what they're doing. This was a form of hypocrisy. And I think it's a clear message to the potential jurors that Bragg wants partisan jurors on the jury. We don't want your politics. I think he's asking for their politics.
It's interesting that this is even happening, because look at the general criminal activity in New York. You know, the whole proper New York.
Yeah, and
it's out of control.
It's
out of control, and nobody's getting tried. Nobody's getting, you know.
Cops are getting beat up.
They're getting beat up. Nothing's happening.
They go in and get out right away, no bail.
Yeah.
And then they flee to Arizona, and then Arizona catches them and says, "We're not going to extradite him back because we know what you're going to do."
Yeah. So you living in New York, would you feel safer with Donald Trump being in a courtroom right now, having to defend himself against these allegations, or do you feel safer on the subway or walking down the streets of Lower Manhattan or wherever? I mean, I don't know. I would. I think it's safer to be in that courtroom, but you know, I don't know. What I see there is it's out of control. And we got our own problems here in California and other states.
Yeah, we talked about them yesterday.
We did, but there's something wrong here, and it doesn't take a guy with 20/20 vision to see that things are pretty whacked out there, you know.
One truthful statement is that Bragg instructed the potential jurors to keep an open mind. Why would you say that?
Exactly.
We're going to have some weird things we're going to talk about and stretch, you know, the rule of law here, the elements of the law, but we want you to keep an open mind. Is this the signal that the case is weak? I bet it is. Can Trump find sympathetic jurors? So this is criminal, right? So it must be beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Unanimous consent that he's guilty, because you're taking away his freedom. You're taking away anybody's freedom in a criminal proceeding by going to jail. So it can't be a preponderance of the evidence, 51%. It's got to be unanimous, right?
And this same case was brought to the DOJ, right?
Yeah.
The federal DOJ, and they said, nothing here.
The Biden DOJ said that.
Move on. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you make up your mind on that one.
Here's a nod to Ben here. According to CBS reporting, not Fox, CBS, 2/3 of the 96 potential jurors were quickly dismissed, saying they could not be fair and impartial. They just straight up said that. I can't be fair and impartial. I hate the guy.
Well.
Or I can't be fair and impartial because I love Trump. Either way, I don't know which way it went. So they were quickly dismissed. Others were excused for various reasons. CBS has made the opinion that jury selection could take up to a full week. There are 25 questions being asked each juror, and those questions have sub-questions under them. Like if you answer yes, then they ask another question.
If yes?
Yeah. How does this affect Trump's mental state on the campaign trail? I mean, all these things piling up on you, it's gotta build, unless you have faith in the Lord, and you know.
Well, he claims to be a Christian, and I believe he is, and he's standing up so far. He's he's being the stronger guy here. I mean, other than
tough.
He's a guy that just does not keep his mouth shut, and rightfully so, I mean, if I was being punched all the time, once in a while you got to counterpunch, and that's how he counterpunches.
Yeah.
Probably better that way than actually punching somebody. So, but yeah, that's him.
Do you think his sons and daughters-in-law campaign for him? Lara Trump and Eric Trump and
absolutely.
Kimberly Guilfoyle and
absolutely,
Don
that's
Jr.?
a no-brainer.
Will his daughter and son-in-law campaign for him? You think they'll be out there? Jared and Ivanka?
I don't know. She's kind of been a
low key.
Yeah, she's been out of the picture on this. They both have actually. Yeah. So, but they took some pretty big hits when they were in the administration, involved in administration.
Yeah, plus with that decision for fraud. I mean, they each of them, since they're executives, they got to pay $1 million or something like that. We're quickly moving towards May. I mean, we're in the middle of April right now. We're past the middle.
Right.
And that's 6 months. May is 6 months away from the general election. I personally think that if, after Trump wins the election, he should prosecute every single one of those prosecutors and on federal charges of election interference, and also the staff in the Biden-Harris idiocracy who conspired and coordinated this effort. I think he should. Well, it's election interference.
It is, but I don't know. I just don't see the guy doing that. Let him.
He didn't prosecute Hillary.
He didn't. And
the Dems say we take the high road while the Republicans take the low road. Yeah. This is the high road.
Yeah. I don't know. This is clearly election interference, and I don't know. Hopefully it'll be played out by the voters. Hopefully everybody will see this. This will be a clear eye-opener.
The dead voters or the illegal voters? Which ones?
Hopefully the legal ones.
The legal ones.
The legal live ones.
He's got that 3 a.m. ballot harvested unverified signature block. You got to overcome that. All right, folks.
I don't know.
Thanks for joining. We appreciate you joining us.
Have a good day. Take care.